You are watching Fugitive Red Eye, and there's only one more Conker video to go after this one, so this is the episode before last, I guess, in my playthrough. Today I will be doing the War chapter, which in my opinion is one of the best and most irritating chapters in the game at the same time. So prepare to see me die a whole lot of times and play the same part a few times. I might cut out some, I might not, I don't fucking know. As long as nothing goes wrong with my uploads, it should be smooth sailing, but if anything does, I'm telling you this now, this is gonna be probably one of the most irritating Conker videos, regardless, just because this war chapter is kind of a fucking pain in the ass. So that being said, here comes fucking War, which, again, one of my favorite chapters, but also the most annoying chapter in the game. Once again, Upload Studios being a piece of shit, so this is a second take on this fucking part. So, I don't remember what I said before, so what I'm saying now might not be relevant to what you heard just a moment ago, but I don't fucking care, so fuck you. But anyway, last night I went and saw Keanu, completely unrelated thing, but it was a pretty decent movie. I think Key and Peele is a better show on its own, but Keanu's still a really good movie, so I would still recommend seeing it. That being said, this fucking Upload Studio, man, as I said at the beginning, this is probably going to be the most irritating Conker video for me to do. Because to me, the War chapter is one of the most irritating chapters. And I'm probably going to have to do this multiple times, where I have to fucking cut shit in, and fucking cut more shit in. So, the audio's probably not going to match up at all, and it's not going to make any sense on its own, but oh well.
We have a problem.
Another thing I've been doing is watching a lot of Game of Thrones, which is actually a really decent show, so I'd recommend that as well.
0825.
I fucking love the sergeant in this game, he's pretty funny.
That shit. You certainly look like a resourceful kind of guy. I don't care much for the A-tire, but let's see if you can redeem yourself.
I might also, I don't know. This is really irritating. I really hope I don't have to do this multiple fucking times. I'm thinking it might be the end of me making videos with Upload Studio, though, when I'm done with this Conker thing. I might have to just genuinely get a capture card, or fucking get some editing software, or something. I don't know. Because if I get some editing software, I could upload the gameplay, then record some audio and splice it together, or something like that. I don't know yet. I guess a capture card is priority, but I don't know. Regardless, as I said in my first take, this part down here where you go to get the electric eel is completely taken out in Live and Reloaded. Instead, they just have you pull a switch and the power comes on, so I guess they just wanted to make it really easy, and as I mentioned, Live and Reloaded, they made a lot of things easier. Easy almost to a fault.
How you gonna do that? I don't know. Suffice to say,
also, though, I still don't think Duty could beat the fucking Mug chapter because it's even faster.
I leave it up to you.
Not that anyone watching this knows who Duty is, other than the one person who watches it who is Duty, so... But regardless, this part, like I said, is completely absent in Live and Reloaded, so they just have you pull a switch and the power comes on. So, if anyone uses Upload Studio, I recommend you stop because it's a fucking steaming pile of horse shit, and eventually you're gonna start having loads of production issues like I've been having. I mean, my last Random Thoughts, I just gave up and fucking recorded a live-action portion because I got so sick of it. But, I plan on doing a lot more live-action videos because those are more fun and don't cause me to fucking want to rip my hair out because it doesn't crash. But, this chapter is another good chapter to show that Conker's a sociopath because of these fucking imps. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But yeah, hopefully this recording is still good. That's the end of this 5-minute segment. Not that you really need to know that, because it's all going to be one video when you watch it on YouTube. But yeah. If you're watching this on Upload Studio, I don't know what to tell you. Now, once again, this part kind of shows Conker as a sociopath, just sacrificing these imps to blow up the plane. But more to the point, it shows the way that the SHC, or the Squirrel High Command, uses the imps like that. Interestingly enough, they're not called the SHC in this, or at least never mentioned by name. It's not until Live and Reloaded that you hear them called that. And that's only in the multiplayer Chapter X, which is sort of an additional story mode, which is kind of fun.
You've got a problem.
Hi there, little fella. Are you the janitor? I don't suppose you have any, like, toilet paper?
No, I'm not the janitor. And could we please have this conversation somewhere else? I think I'm starting to gag.
Oh, yeah, I got a bit of a problem, and it's kind of like, oh, yeah, well, I'll come out now. I seem to have this thing attached to my back. I can't see.
So I'm getting sort of tired of talking for a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and play some audio from a video of mine that I lost the footage to. But basically I was gonna do a video of my 5-year-old cousin playing Banjo-Kazooie, sort of as a reference or a tribute to my friend Gaming Retextured, who did a similar series with his 4-year-old nephew playing like Lego City and shit. So without further ado, here it is.
Just keep looking, you'll find the witch's place.
I think I found it already.
Oh, did you?
I don't think, no. I'm gonna go back a little. Let me see if I am there.
You don't play there, you gotta go that way, buddy.
This way?
Yeah, keep going.
What the fuck, booby traps? I'm in holes.
Keep going.
I have to watch out for holes. Now we're that way?
Yeah, keep going that way.
I can't. How? Who is that?
That's Klungo.
Who's Congo?
He's a bad guy.
Amita doesn't want you to go in a witch's place?
Nope, you gotta follow him.
He's going into the witch's place?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? This way?
Yep, that way, keep going.
That way?
Yep, and then turn left.
Then where's the left?
That way.
This way?
Yep, oh, no, actually keep going. Sorry, you gotta keep going the other way, turn around.
This way?
Yeah, that way. And then go that way.
Okay.
Hey, you're getting better at handling a controller, buddy. Oh!
You okay, Neva? head.
Yeah, that's the way.
Oh, what if I go? What if I?
Oh.
There he goes.
Uh-oh, you fell in the water.
Let me get back in. Get back up.
Hey, push the green one to jump out.
Oh.
Push it 2 times. Okay, go over to there.
So the audio on that last little thing I did cut about, 2 seconds short of that audio of my 5-year-old cousin playing Banjo-Kazooie, but I'm ready to hear my own voice again, and I hope you are as well. So, I believe this is the take where I actually get this fucking part done, so, yeah.
I'll just stay here. You go on.
Okay, well, yeah, so you just fucking shoot this one like you did with the other one, just shoot the wick, and the plane goes boom. So, anyway, when I was a kid, I fucking thought this next part with the sergeant was funny as hell. I don't know why, but I used to laugh my ass off every time I got to this part.
Okay, I've done what you asked.
Hold on, soldier. What the hell's that?
Ow. Somebody hit me on the head. Huh. Where am I? What's this doing on my head? Oh, hi guys. Would somebody mind telling me what's going on here? Please help. Okay! 30 seconds! Nice knowing you guys!
In case you can't tell, this whole scene's a reference to Saving Private Ryan. This entire, like, a lot of this war chapter is reference to Saving Private Ryan, hence why there's actually a level called Saving Private Rodent. Now this part with the arm is obviously a reference to Saving Private Ryan as well, and has been referenced in multiple different things, so... At least I think it's Saving Private Ryan. To be fair, I've never seen the movie. I know. I'm going to, though. Don't worry about that. This is actually where the Live and Reloaded demo starts off. I'll probably do a playthrough of the demo before I do a playthrough of the full game. I don't fucking know. Don't know if it's worth doing both, but the demo has a few differences from the full game of Live and Reloaded. For instance, in the demo version of Live and Reloaded, you still have a baseball bat. I fucked up there. I mean, you still have a frying pan, and in the full game you have a baseball bat, but in the demo version you still have the frying pan. Also, Conker reads a porno magazine in the full game, but in the demo it's a Halo magazine, so... Okay, so pretty much you just gotta stand behind this thing, and you'll avoid getting hit by the bullets. You just gotta wait until they reload each time.
This is it. I think, yeah, I'm the only one. It's not enough. It's not enough. What's going on here?
Teddies everywhere. This is the last assault.
One thing that I always thought was odd was that weird walkie-talkie noise it makes in Bad Fur Day. They removed that in Live and Reloaded. I don't know why the hell it does that when he's talking.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we've been locked down here for the last 10 hours. Murder holes up there. Machine gun nests are gonna clear them out, boy.
What was that you say? Yeah, I gotta do it. But I'm not equipped properly. Yep, I think you should press B now. Okay, soldier, move it out.
In Live and Reloaded, they made it so that teddies actually jump over the wall over here and start attacking you out here before you go in. And then when you open the door to the bunker, they made teddies run out of that too to attack you. So another interesting difference. Also in Live and Reloaded, you only have one machine gun, but it's a lot easier to aim. Also on Live and Reloaded, just like in Spooky, you have a full body costume. Just like in the, you have a full war outfit in this. Just like in Spooky, you have a full Van Helsing outfit in Spooky on Live and Reloaded. Now another interesting thing, the sign, the door in here, the big metal door, just says kill, but in Live and Reloaded, for some reason it says Teddy's Kills, which doesn't make any sense, but you know, whatever. Also, they added in a nice little line here when you go around this corner that says, better watch my back here. I think there's something around that corner in Live and Reloaded, I guess, to make it easier. Now these fucking lasers do 2 hits of damage with each laser you touch in Bad Fur Day, whereas in Live and Reloaded it only does 1 damage, so that's why I died there. The fucking lasers are what makes this chapter really annoying. Not really much else I really have to say about this part, other than it can be a bit of a hassle to actually get through this part, but, you know, this part's not too bad, but it is kind of irritating. Now this bunker part, again, I've done it a couple times already, and it usually takes me a couple tries to do this. On Live and Reloaded, I can always get this part done in one try, because like I said, Live and Reloaded is a lot easier. Interesting thing on Live and Reloaded, though, the teddies are not a one-shot headshot like they are in this, so that's one thing that I guess could be considered slightly harder in Live and Reloaded, even though it's not really harder, it's just kind of, I don't know, because it's still easy to kill them and shit, so I don't fucking know. As you can see, I got hurt there, because, like I said, these fucking lasers are such a pain in the ass. So yeah, those were some weird noises I just made. If they went through the mic, I'm not sure, but, yeah, so this part, you just gotta get to the fucking elevator, kill more teddies, etc., etc. You get it. Here's more of those spider bomb fuckers. Except you don't play this part, this is just a cutscene, so... Interesting feature I might want to showcase on Live and Reloaded that's not really related to this in any sense, but there's a feature on Live and Reloaded where you can play test renders of levels and cutscene backdrops, so it's kind of interesting. I'll probably have to show that. I love how a teddy, like, military base has elevator music. Also, in Live and Reloaded, the teddies have blood instead of stuffing, whereas the teddies just have stuffing in this instead of blood. But, yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know, they were trying to be more violent, I guess. I don't know, I guess that's one instance where this is technically more realistic than Live and Reloaded. Although, to be honest, I can think of plenty of those instances, because in a sense, I think Live and Reloaded is a lot more cartoony graphically. Not that you can ever make a, you know, this game realistic, or any Rare game for that matter, but, still. These imps that have been shooting the flamethrowers are the flamethrower imps I referenced earlier, so... In case you couldn't tell, interesting thing is they're actually green in Live and Reloaded, whereas they're a bluish-purplish color in this. And of course I fucking die there, so, yeah. Okay, so yeah, on we go then. I actually killed a few teddies before I started recording again at that point, so if you missed that, I apologize. Running back here and aiming is probably the best way to not get hurt by these guys. Now, a nice thing that'll help you get through this bunker is just remember, every single fucking corner has teddies around it, so... just remember that and you won't die like that. Well, the flamethrower imps are kind of a hassle. They're always easy to avoid. I think I get really fucking close to one of them in just a moment. Yeah, right there. I stopped, like, right at the part. If you go any further than that, you'll get hit. But the teddies are pretty easy to kill once you know how to kill them. Just shoot them all in the head, and they die instantaneously in Bad Fur Day. Like I said, in Live and Reloaded, they don't die with one shot to the head, so it's a little bit different. But it's easier to move and shoot in Live and Reloaded, because, you just, fucking... It has basically a gun mode when you pull out your gun in Live and Reloaded that's always automatically aimed in, and you can walk normally. Now, those lasers are some of the easiest to get around. You just jump forward and walk, but I got hurt there.
What? Oh, this is a bit different. What are those guys? Ugh, more teddies.
Really? That's incredible.
I mean, what if you were to give this game to, say, 20 intelligent people? I mean, what would that do? Let's face it, what would it do?
Really? That's interesting.
What the f*** is that bloody squirrel? Quick, into character!
Now, originally that cutscene was actually going to be an outtake used in the credits, but the original scene here was considered too graphic by Nintendo's standards, so they changed it. And in Live and Reloaded, they didn't change it back either. They just left it this way, because I guess it was funnier. But the original scene was going to have the teddies doing experiments and cutting open and performing unwanted surgeries on squirrels while they're alive. Also, since the Ooga Booga chapter had a bunch of fucking audio problems with my video, I thought I'd mention this. But in the part where Don Weasel, the weasel boss that makes you carry the bomb, in that part, there was originally a Pikachu reference that Nintendo didn't let them do, so... that was censored out as well, much like the KKK reference in Barn Boys. This is one of the few parts of the game I think is actually genuinely better in Live and Reloaded. Because, the boss in this part, you fight a bigger teddy. It's a lot more epic in Live and Reloaded. And they made him burst out of one of those glass tubes on either side of the room. And, they basically made him really overpowered. Well, they made him more overpowered, and they made it a Kill Bill reference when he first shows up, because he stares at you and it plays the Kill Bill vengeance music. Obviously, Kill Bill wasn't out when Bad Fur Day came out, so the reference wasn't in Bad Fur Day, but it was made in Live and Reloaded. Also, when you're fighting the boss here, there's no music in Bad Fur Day, but they added in a boss song for Live and Reloaded. So yeah, as I mentioned, this guy's a boss, or I guess he's more of a mini-boss, but he's a lot more epic in Live and Reloaded than he is in this. Also, they gave him a green smock and apron and one of that mask thing or whatever the fuck you call it. I don't know, I guess to make it easier to differentiate between him and the other ones. Whereas in Bad Fur Day, the only real difference is he's taller, and he has like a circle on his head, and he's really fucking easy to kill in Live and Reloaded if you just stand there and shoot him like that, like I just did.
Oh my God, this is you. Could you get me out of here? I think it's that switch over there. But be careful. I think the other one is, you know, frying tonight.
Yeah, just stay there. The cavalry has arrived. Sorry, you can't move. Let's see now.
Do you know which switch it is?
Yeah, it's written on it. Yeah. Eeny, meeny,
Now, in Live and Reloaded, when you pull the switch, Conker turns toward this electronic. Yeah. This electrocution scene goes on a shitload longer in Live and Reloaded, and it ends up with the squirrel's eye dangling out of his head instead of just being burned up.
Okay.
Now, also, no matter which switch you pull, he always gets electrocuted, so...
I'm not quite bad. Thanks for that.
In both versions of the game.
Strange, though. How do I look?
You look great.
But Live and Reloaded, that scene goes on for like a solid 2 minutes of him just getting zapped and Conker reads a porno magazine, except in the fucking demo version of Live and Reloaded where he reads a Halo gaming magazine.
Cindy, lock and load.
Now this guy on the turret was taken out in Live and Reloaded. Instead, they just have an empty turret that you run up to. And I can see kind of why they did it, because it's a pain in the ass, but, you know, again, they tried to make Live and Reloaded a lot easier than Bad Fur Day. And this part, you gotta have really fucking good timing if you want to kill this guy. And not have that happen. But yeah, this is the first time I got a game over in this playthrough, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think I might have actually had one more in the fucking fan part, but I don't know. I was trying to cheat there in case you couldn't tell. I think Snowman tells me if you jump on some of those boxes you're able to get up there, but I don't remember that. But yeah, just gotta fucking keep going at this. It's, like I said, a really big pain in the ass to do, but... Okay then, so, yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say there, but fuck it. This part can be a real hassle, so, you know, just gotta keep fucking at it. Like I said, your timing has to be impeccable. And it doesn't help that I forgot which trigger did what the first time I tried this. I think this is the time I get him. No, this is the time I get close. As you can see, this is one of those parts I talked about where I have to keep going at it, and I got another fucking game over. Now we, fuck. This is... You're gonna dislike the video now, aren't you? You better not. You better like the video. Otherwise, I don't know. It's about fucking time I got that guy, though. He's a pain in the ass, and, you can play as him with a cheat code on multiplayer. He's the Teddy equivalent to the Sergeant. Now on Live and Reloaded, to make this part a little bit easier, every time the Teddies come out of a door, they make noise. Now they don't necessarily do that in this, because you just gotta kinda go in a pattern, right, left, but in Live and Reloaded, to make it easier, they talk every time they come from each side, so you know when they're coming. I also think in Live and Reloaded the turret was different in this part. I could be wrong, this might be the one part that they kept the original turret, but I think it's still the different turret, the faster, much easier to use turret. Now it's good after every couple of waves to get out and get health. This is one of the parts in the game where the chocolate keeps respawning infinitely, so I would recommend doing that. The chocolate respawns everywhere infinitely in the game. I just said something fucking stupid, so yeah. But yeah, you just gotta keep fucking shooting. I'm sorry if I don't have that much interesting things to say, but that's just who I am, so... Sorry about this being paused here for a moment, but it's just how it got recorded because I was having issues actually unsnapping or snapping or whatever it is. Now, this next part coming up is actually the one part that was uncensored in Live and Reloaded, but was censored in Bad Fur Day, because the original release was going to have the scene from Live and Reloaded. But for some reason, Nintendo thought it was too dark. I'll explain the difference in just a moment.
Can you untie me? Just let me go, please.
Okay, so originally, there were going to be 2 other squirrels there, and one of them was going to say that, but then the teddies executed the other 2 with rodent surviving. But Nintendo thought that was too graphic, so they removed the other 2 squirrels, but they re-added them back in Live and Reloaded, so... When they say that, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be motherfucker.
Hey! Hey, fella! Fella! Come on! This is not the place we want to be hanging around.
But me? Oh, hey! You killed them! Oh, that's great! Thanks for that! Conker?
What? Oh! Hey! Hey, it's Rodent, isn't it? How you doing?
Oh, not too good at the moment. They wanted to kill me.
Ah, well, it doesn't. Say, I noticed that your outfit is a little bit different to the usual Army Regulation attire. What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's experiment number G7224. I'm the first to be fitted with this. It's an indestructible, titanium laminate.
Right. So what does that mean?
Oh, it means if somebody shoots me, I don't die.
Really? That's a pretty good idea. I'll get me some of them.
That's the only one. They're very expensive. Anyway, stick behind me, and you should be alright. I can be your Operation Squirrel Shield. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Right, which way?
Teeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Right, let's go.
Obviously, this part of the game is called Saving Private Rodent, obvious reference to Saving Private Ryan.
What's that up there? It's like bombing. They're bringing out the heavy stuff. You go first.
Okay. I'll go first.
Go on then.
One thing that I hate about this part is even if you get way past this part, to the part where you blow up the gate, which you'll see in just a moment, you still have to start over at this part, which is kind of irritating. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this particular part. So you just gotta keep leading Rodent and then getting behind him, even though he said he'd go first. But I still find that cutscene pretty funny, so... Now, it's really easy to avoid getting hurt in this part. That was a demonstration of how to get hurt. Because you gotta have that knowledge in Lamborghinis. Now, as I said, even if you get to this part and you destroy this lock successfully, in Bad Fur Day, you have to start back all over at the beginning. So, that's another thing Live and Reloaded did better, because I think you get a checkpoint here. Now this is about as far as my footage has gotten so far, up until this point. I think I'm just gonna get to this part again, and then start recording once I've blown the lock off the gate again, because I don't want to have to, you know, make the video longer than it needs to be. Because, this is kind of irritating to have to start all over from back here. So I was partially right. It did have me go. Blah, 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 blah. So I was partially right. It did have me re-go through that path, but the gate was still open. So luckily I didn't have to re-blow up the locks.
At least there's no teddies in here. Oh, a tank. Now that may come in handy.
Ah, tank. It's a class 22 as well. I haven't got one of them yet.
What do you got one? Hey, where you going?
Oh, class 22. Sweet. I'm gonna look inside.
Okay. What do you like?
Oh, look at those. Hey, I've always wanted to be in a class 22. And here I am.
I love Rodent. He's an interesting character. Pretty funny. There's a glitch in Live and Reloaded where if you're in the tank and you shoot the ground, it'll actually give you health instead of taking it away, so... but that only works in Live and Reloaded, as I said. These spider bombs are a pain in the ass. I mean, this part's pretty easy if you know what to do, usually, but you have to be quick, otherwise that'll happen.
Oh, hopefully that opened the door on the outside. But whatever it's done, I think it's one of those let's leg it moments.
This part's relatively easy. I mean, I have 1 health here and I don't get hurt at all, so that's telling you that this part's pretty fucking easy as long as you stay ahead of the acid. Now here's an example of how not to jump. Now this tower in Bad Fur Day has a lot more of a range than it does in Live and Reloaded. You only gotta wait for it to turn about halfway in Live and Reloaded, but in Bad Fur Day, you have to wait for it to turn all the fucking way around before you can go up near it. Obviously, you can't damage the gun turrets. I'm just kind of waiting for it to fucking turn around so I can get around it. Also on Live and Reloaded, there's a glitch to have your gun out in this part a lot, like at all times, even when you're not able to shoot. I gotta love running over these teddies. It makes a satisfying crunch noise. You know, like the flavor of mint and berry with the satisfying crunch. Gotta love the Teddy's nonsense language. And I don't know what they based it off, but you know. You gotta admit that was pretty cool, shooting 3 of them off the edge like that. Totally not cool at all, just me being a jackass. And there goes the tower. Now one could attempt to drive the tank across this thing. I think I did it once successfully, but regardless, it doesn't come down with you either way, so it's pointless to try.
Oh. Oh well. In for a penny, in for a pound, I suppose.
I mean, it does come down later, but you'll see that in a moment. Spoiler!
Mummy, how about my mummy? Mummy! Oh, and hello, it's the little squirrel. Hello, help me, please.
Ah, it's a little girl. Oh, it's dangerous round here, little girl. I don't think you want to be here.
Hi, have you come to rescue me?
What is that?
That's the, inverse phase sonar. Very efficient with, oh,
How do you know about that?
school.
I never learned things like that at school. Anyway, what is it?
It fires a missile, I think. A Teddy Funkin U-47 intercontinental ballistic missile.
A missile.
Yeah, like that one.
Look at Susie 9mm.
Don't you worry, little girl. I'll rescue you.
Oh, goody, goody.
Yeah, her parents are bound to have some cash.
Gotta love Conker's motives and everything. Also, at the time I'm recording this voiceover, I've actually finished recording gameplay for this chapter, so I'd actually like to take back what I said about it being the most irritating. I think actually the most irritating was probably Ooga Booga, just with all the technical difficulties, because that was kind of a nightmare, even though it was my favorite chapter. Although gameplay-wise, I still stand by this being the most irritating chapter I've done. Just because of the part, just because of the countdown section, which you'll see in a little bit. So yeah, these submarines can be a pain in the ass too, because a lot of the times when I'm trying to dodge the missiles, I'll fall in the water and have to climb up the fucking ladder over and over again, which I do multiple times in this video, so you'll get to see that. But it's not as hard as it was when I used to play it on the 64. In fact, no, that's not true. It was easier for me when I played it on the 64. But when I first replayed through it on Rare Replay, I kept fucking falling off even more than this. And there I go, falling in the fucking water. And then being uncoordinated and not getting on the fucking ladder. So there you go. But, yeah. But yeah, by the time I'm recording this video, it's been over a week since I've uploaded, which, you know, I try to at least upload one thing a week. But it's only been a day more than a week, so, you know, not too bad. Last Monday. Today's Tuesday. I don't know if it'll be up today. I'm sure it probably will, if not tomorrow. Not relevant. Whatever. Fuck you. But, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, you just gotta fucking keep getting back up there, and you gotta just shoot them. If you aim right, you can kill multiple submarines at once, which I did in the previous segment where I killed the first 2 submarines at once. It's a little bit harder to do on these later submarines because they'll spread themselves apart, and they can fucking shoot missiles at the ladder. I didn't even realize that, but usually they land on top of the ladder. But if you're if you're just in the middle, they can fucking hit you. So be careful. But yeah. Also, if you stand too far back on the B, you'll shoot the fucking ground because you're too close. So make sure you're far enough ahead to aim down at the submarines. Also, anyone else think that these context-sensitive Bs look like dicks in this particular part because they're just kind of extended out there on a little platform? Now, I didn't think that one would have hit me, but I didn't realize they'd fired off too, so that's why I got hit there. You just gotta listen. Every time you hear that noise, just fucking move. Or just let the missile hit you, because if a second one hits you right after a first one, it doesn't hurt you, so... Also, those bunkers are a good place to take cover, but really I don't think it's necessary as long as you're just moving back and forth. And if there's no light bulb and you push B and a frying pan comes out, that... So yeah, sorry about the audio just kind of cutting out there for a minute, but with Upload Studio, if you accidentally press B, the only option is to clear the voiceover, and I'm not fucking doing an entire voiceover again because I accidentally cut off a couple of minutes, so that silence was unimportant. But yeah, these submarines, dick-shaped platforms, and tunnels, you know, and ladders, and chutes and ladders. And poop shoots. Anyway, like I was saying before I got cut off before, basically, when the light bulb disappears, and you're able to pull out the frying pan with B, that means you gotta move on to the other platform. But I figure that's self-explanatory. And now I fell in the water again, because, you know. And I gotta climb the fucking ladder, and that's always a pain in the ass to do. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Of course you do. Now anyone else who's casually watching this video is genuinely confused who I'm talking to, but still. So yeah, of course, anyway, so this next, fucking... I don't even know what I was gonna say there. Just one brief moment. Fuck. Oh, there it is. But yeah, just gotta climb this fucking ladder again. And then you gotta... You know, the most important thing, absolute essential, is that, you make sure that, something... What the fuck am I even saying? The important thing is... Don't know how important that really is, but, you know. Yeah. I love how these, working on these Conker videos, I've taken a completely different approach to them. Like, when I first did, I was eager to record it, and I thought to myself, oh, I'm just gonna focus on talking about the gameplay, and nothing but the gameplay. And then I became more and more half-assed and really bizarre as it went on, just talking about whatever the fuck pops into my head. That's why I'd be a terrible Let's Player if that's what this channel mainly was. That's why I'm limiting it to one particular game at a time, with one video a month for that game, except that 1 month I had 2 videos of the Conker video, but that's irrelevant. See? Bam! Killed 2 at a time.
was a blast. Right. Now, to sort out the ransom. Rescue the little girl.
Right, now to sort out the ransom. Rescue the little girl. Now this next bit is an Exorcist reference. Judging by the censorship, you'd think it's fucking daughter, but if it's going by the Exorcist, it's cunting daughter, so there you go.
Yeah, okay, come on. Let's try and get you out of here. What the? Oh, it's you guys. What? I don't have a daughter.
Now the line's a little bit different in The Exorcist as well. It's actually, do you know what she did, your cunting daughter? But that's obviously an Exorcist reference with the way her head was turning around and her eyes were green and she said that.
Yes, Mr. Squirrel. I'm the brains and the eyes, and he's the brawn.
Now, officially, this boss is called the Experiment, but when I was a kid, my friends and I used to call him Brownie, because that's just a nickname we came up with for him. Specifically, one of my friends came up with the nickname.
Now then, lesson 1, ballistic. This is my minigun. It fires 8,000 rounds per second, brass-cased 8mm with tungsten alloy heads, and high explosive charge. Very, very messy.
Now, these miniguns are the easiest bit to get. It's the fucking lasers you gotta worry about to make sure you get them off quick enough.
No, let's keep my cool.
I love how the little girl makes the same noise as the cavemen when she gets hurt.
Now this is very special. High energy inverted magneto laser with a 6-pronged attack.
Now, if you let both these lasers hit you at the exact same time, it kills you instantaneously. Yeah, it's kind of a hassle, but they're pretty easy to shoot off.
No. Keep calm. Missiles. I think you're already familiar with these. Mark II's this time, however. Fair guided. With multiple warheads, of course. Don't fancy your chances very much, Mr. Squirrel.
Now, for some reason, it was glitching out and not letting me shoot the missiles on the right for a minute.
No, keep calm. Get up! I command you to get up! Oh, this is the end! My little baby. Yes, my little baby.
If only those bastards hadn't destroyed the tank, and I could have the tank for the fucking outside part on this and make it a lot easier.
Well, it served as well. Rodent? Rodent? Oh no. He didn't make it. He was a great guy. A superb soldier. A military tactician. And yes, he was mortal, like the rest of us. But at least we showed that bitch who's boss.
Mr. Squirrel! Guess what? The show's not over till the little girl sings. Ooh, what's this? A little red button. I think I'll press it. Ooh, and what's that? Lovely countdown. I wonder what's going to happen now.
Self-destruct. Oh, give me strength.
Okay, so now for one of the most irritating fucking parts in the game that always gives me trouble. These fucking lasers. And there's another game over for you. Now this part, you gotta, like, time it perfectly. You gotta jump and fly just the right amount of time to land in that fucking square without it hurting you. You have to be, like, right about to touch the one in the middle where you think that you're gonna hit it, but you actually gotta be, like, really low, but you're not gonna hit it, even though it looks like you are. In Live and Reloaded, these damnable lasers only do 1 damage instead of 2, so it's a lot easier. But in this, no, they do fucking 2 damage. And in Live and Reloaded, as far as I recall, if you hit multiple lasers at the same time, it'll still only do 1 damage. So let's say I hit this top laser and then these bottom 2, I would only get hurt once. But with Bad Fur Day, it piles them all on together, so if you hit all 3, you die. And there's, like, no chocolate in this bunker on the way out, so... Like that, that's the perfect way to do it. Oh yeah, this part I usually use the 50 lives cheat, which I do end up doing, because this part is a pain in the ass with all these game overs, so it's easier just to have 50 lives. And I used like 20 or more of those 50 lives. I lost fucking count. I used 20, but I died a bunch of times before I actually enabled the cheat, so... The part where I died the most, though, is the outdoors part of this part, which you'll see in just a moment. Now, in case you can't tell, I skipped ahead a little bit. I just kind of got right to the point where I'm able to actually get out of here. I didn't want to keep recording a bunch of my deaths, because I died quite a lot in this part, so, yeah. One time I made the mistake of running into those blue lasers, and they kill you instantly, so you gotta make sure you do not do that. Luckily I didn't do that this playthrough, because I remembered it from last time, because it really pissed me off. And that's all there is to the interior part. Now the exterior is the part which really pisses me off. Now, you can stop this teddy from spawning if you jump over the fence. But yeah, these teddies kill you instantaneously with their bazookas if they hit you head on, so gotta be extra fucking careful. There we go, that'll cut down on the background noise a bit, ideally. Yeah, this part is probably the biggest pain in the ass in the chapter for me. I thought the lasers were the worst, but then I remembered this part, so this is probably the worst part. Now I did the 50 lives cheat, and you can see I'm down to 41, so I skipped like 8 whole deaths there, so... Not to mention there's a few other deaths that I'll skip in a minute too when, on this beach here. I got down to 30 lives at one point, so... I know that they give you a rocket launcher, but I think I would actually rather have the machine guns, because you can move quicker and it'd be easier to kill all these teddies with it, but no, they don't give you that. Now really all you gotta do here is get to the end of the beach. You don't even have to kill all the teddies, but if you don't kill them all, then they'll fucking blast your ass to oblivion. So, it's a pain in the ass regardless. I got lucky here, and he was at an angle where he couldn't hit me, so that's really the only way to get past that guy, is to get lucky and get him at an angle where he can't hit you. Or to time it perfectly and shoot him dead on. These three are the pain in the ass. You just gotta get around that corner with the fence there. But the problem is there's these teddies all here, and they can blow up this thing if they shoot it enough times, so... But yeah, after I die here, I'm gonna skip ahead to where I actually get to the end of the beach. Alright, so now as I mentioned, I did skip ahead again until I got to the end of the beach, so here's the cutscene that follows.
Wait for me! Wait for me! Where you going?
What? Hey guys, hold it there! There's another one! Oh my Gideon! Snipers!
Get out of here now! Come on, let's go, let's go!
We gotta get our asses out of here, Prado! Let's move it!
I made it. I made it.
Oh, you're awake. Come over here, boy. Come on, look at this.
Yeah. Was a terrible thing, you know.
You're right there. All these fine young men sent off to do the dying. And those bigwigs, those pen pushers, those guys who never ever see a single bullet whiz past their heads. We want to get them down here. Those so-called generals in their big fancy houses, 20 miles behind enemy lines. Who are they to tell us? Who are they indeed? Look at that. What a sight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The horror. The horror.
Did I got knocked out for a second?
That titanium shell is something else.
Now I remember. Countdown.
I mean, if he can survive that fucking tank explosion and then this fucking explosion of the entire fucking base, that's gotta be a hell of a titanium shell for Rodent to survive. Yeah, he did say it was very expensive too, so I guess that makes sense.
It's Rhoda! He made it, guys! Yeah! Hey!
Way to go! Ah, hero. Yeah, he made it.
Nice. Well... Alright, well this concludes the war chapter. I hope you've enjoyed this month's Conker video. I'll see you next month for the final chapter heist, and stay tuned as always for more Fugitive Red-Eye. I guess that'll be it for now. Toodaloo.